Hi, Gems. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some artistic, holistic, and spiritual support. If you like a little smudge here, feel free to take that in. Cleansing breath. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence. We did it earlier in October, and we have since flipped it for perspective possibilities. If you want to take a screenshot, so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Gems, you know the drill. We're going to add on tarot and oracle, and as well we have the ghost tube here for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. Receive or release freely, of course. Link is in the description box below if you're curious. No affiliation, just there in the event that you're interested. All right, Gems, you're welcome to fast forward, or if you'd like to open with me, to close the eyes.
Clean.
Cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Geminis, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Gratitude. All right, if you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below and inspire our interconnected nature. Okay. I'm seeing a pairing up, a pairing of two parts of myself, perhaps. I feel like I've been running hot for a while. Maybe you've been just go, 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 go. But my root area feels very, very strong in your aura. Very strong. Like providing for myself. I am... For some, it might be, family karma or whatnot. Okay, so past lives just came wandering in, and I feel as though there's a working together. We're working together. The we, the we're, acknowledging how there's some sort of connection, and every movement or step you may take in this current incarnation, I am getting the sense there's some sort of awareness about the benefits
It's here.
That's stemming out to other lifetimes or other parallel lifetimes, even past perceptions of this current lifetime. Maybe stemming back to childhood or, teenagers, or if you're early 20s. And same thing, even if you're in your early 20s, looking back and looking ahead. It's like doing your future self a favor. And then, okay, so when I wander back into like the paralleling past lives, I'm also acutely aware of how the benefits are received from that. So there's a lot of communication in all the cells of the river that runs through us all. That's how it's making me feel anyway, and all from the space here. But I feel like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to generate favors for my future self. And it's not like putting the past behind me, that of things that could be very haunting, but it feels as though I'm approaching them differently, or okay, thank you. So the power of my present perspective is more than maybe the pain, the resentments, or the regrets of the past. And that feels like a power exchange. You know what I mean? Like it no longer holds power over me. What is that? So also there might have been some spell work, whether it's self-inflicted, self-induced, or from another. I feel like that's because I'm getting this really sensation like, you have no power over me. Interesting. And when I come into that from the present, looking at the past or parallel, no, it's the past. And I'm looking ahead to
You won't understand.
the favors, like to my future self, because I want that future self, or this other aspect of me, if this is male, female, yes, no, should I stay, should I go, I would like my future self to remain in the present, so there's no having to look back to me in the present being reflectively the past and having to maybe waste time. And I'm not trying to be nasty saying it's a waste of time, it's not.
Child.
But I'm trying to put that into play so my future self can look back and smile. Like if there's something about like efficiency of time. That's a whole lot from, but it's a very big present that's like purging forward. Especially if anyone's been working through like an anger or an irritation, individually or in some sort of interconnectedness of a job or of another person, aspect, energy, this, that, or the other. I'm also getting teeter-totter vibes when I'm up here. See the teeter-totter, the back and forth. It feels playful, but it almost feels like I've been on a ride for so long that I'm bored. That I'm a little bit bored. It's like, when can I get off this teeter-totter, this back and forth? And it's not even going to balance. Like right now,
Karma.
it's balanced out. Like, but it's not gonna be stagnant there. So there might be this karma that's cleared and balanced. And I'm taking a moment to, I'm going to say digest that, because I don't want to define it or digest it as stagnation, because I'm so used to polarity, potency. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I kind of want to just hang here, that we're both even Steven, and not necessarily in this sameness. Yeah, it's anyway, confidence is coming through. Get your paranormal poker hand here kicking while we're scrying your ink blot. I'm seeing an owl, a graduating owl.
It's
There's his
bright.
eyes. Somebody might be graduating from something, whether this is from a school, a study, within the self, another level of awareness, and you've really been your own teacher at the same time. I will bring these up for you in one moment. I'm also seeing a dog. I want to say kind of like a lassie or something like that. I feel very, very loyal. Like if there's a dog in spirit, they're very much so still with you. But this might also just be your loyalty to your work. To the big picture work, and feeling well when taking care of like individual wants, needs, and desires. Because there's, again, this awareness and appreciation that by doing that, that's what floods out to the other aspects, energies, lives, future, past, etc. So we have here happiness and confidence. I'm not trying to give you the finger. Finding love, cut ties, and as well financial security. These are in no particular order that they came out. I'm just going to take a moment here. There also might be something about a lore about a black dog. Like a ghost story or something about a black dog. Yeah, that graduating owl. Just smitten with my success, smitten with the success, and with the happiness and the confidence. Finding love, financial security. The cutting ties comes into, for me, like up here, where it's balanced out. And I might be inclined to like cut myself down off this balance place. But like I said, I feel like I'm taking a moment to not fall into potent polarities out of habit. With it, even within the aspects of the two seahorses, like if each of these were a seahorse, I'm placing that right in there. The finding love, like I'm finding that love for all my selves, all the selves within me in the present moment, my emotional self, ethereal self, my earthly self, energetic self, all the different parts of my memories. And I'm cutting ties with a lot of them that I'm freeing them with their best foot forward. So if there's
Electric.
something that has been holding me back, or like I said, the way I might be viewing it, suddenly I'm able to release it with whatever work you've been doing, Gems, whatever work you've been doing. And it's freed to be its best self, not to be held in stagnation of my memory imprint. And that's what brings about so much happiness with the sun space in here. It's like I've been so loyal to love. And maybe there's just been a roly-poly of money, or love of the love frequency, love for money.
Spirits are here.
Love for another. Welcome. We're here for Gemini if you'd like to join us. Because things are coming together. I can't deny things are coming together. That's how it feels. All right, Gemini, sorry. I'm very chilly in your reading too. Ooh. Is there anything else that we're seeing coming on up? Seeing like devil horns being taken out, which is kind of bringing me into that sensation of graduating. It's not, bigger horns or whatever. I kind of feel like I'm coming into a different place in my life where I'm not maybe in my own way about things because I've done the work. This could be shadow and shine as well. Okay. Choice. You've made some choices to cut ties. This is turning into an anvil. This is turning into an anvil. You've made some choices to cut ties with things. Like I said, people, places, or things, maybe a job. Because I'm looking for something. I'm looking for reciprocity. I don't know if that's coming through or not. I'm looking for reciprocity. And this is even coming into the things that I have freed. The memories, the hurts, the pains. I have freed them and cut ties with them in a positive way. So they are moving forward with light. They are moving forward with light. The choices I make moving forward will be radiant in reciprocity, because it's like I know what I'm bringing to the table. So my own table setting when I invite others, and then vice versa when I'm invited to somebody else's table setting, and then maybe a shared table, whether this is going out for a dinner, a very fancy dinner at that, if I may. Or simply appreciating the pieces of people that they bring forward to express themselves. So it's not necessarily about being fancy or expensive. In this case, it's just about seeing them be very authentic. And that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Okay. So through this, there's some loneliness and mystery here. But what I want to note first and foremost is, remember when I was saying like the horns taken off? It's the horns now are transforming into, there we go, octopi tentacle thingamajuice. Okay. Because there's mystery in the making. It's like making history mystery, or making mystery history in moving forward. I say but being in the gem aura, so thank you. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. And all those who do support and donate, you warm my haunted heart, so thank you. It's like you've done so much work in clearing in some way, shape, or form in this very, very base part. And I can see this little like a superhero angel. It's like a cartoon. Yeah, it's some sort of cartoon. And then there's like, you even have like a third eye in your root. Like that's how they talk. It's like, or if you had like, imagine like your third eye here, it's like the other eye is in the root. And that's like, I can see them like both looking from those spaces at the same time. Anyway, sorry, my nose is getting itchy. You've done so much work within the self that people might not recognize you, or they feel a little bit left out. You absolutely have new spirits coming forward, new people. So on one hand, there's people maybe you've cut ties with because you're no longer aligned, right? That the table settings and it's like, this isn't, it's just not, maybe you're changing food taste, maybe you're exploring new foods type thing. So on one hand, you've done so much work, you can understand you're not aligning with that, and that's okay. It's like there doesn't need to be, hate, but you're stepping forward to new people. And this does feel like a level up. Like they could be older than you.
Singing.
They could be older than you. There's some sort of purity about it. In this mystery that you might feel young again, like in your old way. You're, like the I want to say like king of the hill or something like that. And, it's like being in grade 12 or being in grade 8, and then you're the king of the hill of the elementary school, and then you graduate and you start high school, and now you're grade 9, you're at the, the bottom of the barrel, if we may be all so dramatic. But socially, that's it's exactly how it feels. This is kind of that feeling. By you clearing and cutting, you step into this grade 9 because you've graduated. Or maybe it's like from grad school to something else. Do you know what I mean? It's an elevation because I've made a choice. And that was very important for me to make the choice. Closing out messages for Gemini. Thank you so much, if I didn't say so already, for being here. I'm seeing birds as well. They're dropping rose petals. So there absolutely could be love in the air. Maybe you're just learning how to pamper yourself, because I'm also hearing treat yourself. If you ever watched Parks and Recreation, treat yourself. Massages, treat yourself. Leather goods, treat yourself. That's fun.
Touch.
Anything else? Okay. On the bottom, you have 9 of Cups. Oh, sorry about the lighting. It's a very, very early here. So it can be a little fussy with the lighting. And then you have the Emperor and the World. I'm going to bring you up. Bottom of the deck. Like, look at all this. Okay. Red. Like, I want to... Actually, it's this guy. I want to plop your Emperor right in your root. That's what I want to do. And then I want to put the World in there. And see how the World on this card has both active and passive. Something about a flag is coming through. Something about a flag. You might be moving, considering moving, or there's... Remember when I said like different dishes? So just different ethnicities of people, like broadening your horizons of, food, people, cultures. I feel like I'm willing now. Like their space has been made. And a very healthy version of you is stepping forward, balanced as well. And then up where that anvil is, I want to put in the 9 of Cups right there. And it's like, ta-da. And both Geminis, if this is in relation to your masculine and feminine energies, like this is where they're at. This is the energy that they're holding. 9 of Cups and the Emperor.
Why am I here?
I also want to know, it's kind of like going from the party person to an Emperor-like position. Like this feels like the transformation. Like the 9 of Cups obviously meaning whatever it means to you and following that. But as it's transforming on me, it's like I've gone from this to this. And now this, whatever healings, whatever work I've been doing, I had a good time. Taught me a lot. But it's like moving from maybe people that support this version of you, and you're like, oh, I'm going to start doing favors for this version of me. Because that's what I see. That's what I feel for me. Geminis, it's actually like, it's kind of, it's intense and admirable. It's quite admirable. I'm also seeing a genie lamp in there. I feel like you've been dreaming of this change for some time, but it's almost like because you've been doing things so subtly, like as memories come up or people, places, or things, that's how it happened. It's like one by one, just one by one. Otherwise, it could have been very overwhelming, and like the teeter-totter would have went, whoop, and then when you hurt your butt, if you're ever on those things, and you're like, oh man, why'd you do that to me? But it's like the person on the other end of the teeter-totter is you, a different part of your energy, a different version of you. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Interesting. And then okay, so it's like I'm at the third eye again, and I am closing out here, I promise. And then I'm going to each temple. And in the third eye to each temple, it's like I can see it looking side to side. And then it just stops in the center. It's like having a stigmatism, and
Running.
then it stops. And when it becomes like in the center cycloptic, that's when I see the root eye open up. I don't know. It's fascinating, Geminis. I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to yammer on too long. Thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I also want to note that I'm seeing somebody like on one of those, like those mechanical bowls, and you're doing really, really well at it. So if you feel like you've kind of been run through the ringer, you've held on. You did good. Until next time.